Hey guys, welcome to SFX Makeup. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe and like this video. And also, if you're not subscribed yet, just subscribe. So first, I'm using some white Elmer's glue. You can use any sort of school glue as long as it's clear or white. I'm just opening that up and I'm going to put it over my hand. Just opening that. And now that I put it around where I want the burn to be, I'm going to spread it with my finger. You can use a paintbrush for this, but I'm just using my finger because it's easier for me. Now I'm getting a piece of toilet paper and I'm just making it one ply. And then just measuring how big I want it to be. Make sure there's no harsh edges on it. Just laying that down. It may be easier not to do this part with your finger because it may be sticky from the other glue. And I'm just keep layering glue and tissue until it covers the whole part where you want the burn to be. It doesn't have to be perfect because it's gonna dry clear or like mostly clear. Then I'm just gonna add some more glue. I did this about maybe 3 or 4 times to get the texture that I wanted. Don't do it too many layers because then it'll be really thick and look kind of weird. So now that it's dry, I'm just using my nail, or you can use like a tweezer or something, and just make little holes in it. Like not too many, just a little bit. Just peeling some of the parts. Now I'm using my e.l.f. bronzer. I'm just going to use this to get it a little bit to my skin tone. It's not going to be an exact match, but just so that it's not completely white anymore, because we want it to still sort of match, even though we're going to go over it with reds and purples later. So I'm just dusting that with it. It's not going to turn completely brown, but as long as it gets somewhat to that color. Now, just using the eyeshadow brush, going in with my e.l.f. palette, some red, browns, and grays. Not too much gray, just a little bit. And just lightly tapping this onto the burn. Make sure you add a lot of red. I'm using from another palette, I'm using some reds and purples. Also check out my bruising effect tutorial if you haven't already. I'll try to link it down below. Because now I'm just doing that with it, just making it look bruised and extra irritated. And since it's glue, some of the edges may peel up a bit, and that's okay. Just make sure not all of it's peeling up. Because if it's burnt, it's probably going to peel. Just going in with the reds. Purples and a little bit of gray around the edge. There we go. See, the gray adds depth to it. Adding purples. And more red. I'm gonna add a lot of red around like in the middle. A little bit on the ends. And a little bit of yellow, just a light touch. Not too much. I'm just adding a tad bit of blue. Don't go overboard with this. It just makes the bruise look extra irritated. Because if you got burned, it's probably like 3rd degree and really bad. So add a lot of bruising to that. Just going in with the reds and pink. I really liked how the pink looked on it, so I'm adding a lot of pink around the edges. And so I'm a little bit dark purple. And there we go. The eyeshadow part is complete. Now I'm using some red lipstick. This is my LA Colors lipstick in color Dark Wine. And I'm just using this in some areas to make it look extra irritated as to where it's been bleeding or maybe like on the verge of bleeding. And just using my finger to rub that in. Not too much though, because you want to, the red is going to make it look really irritated since it's glossy like this. And just tapping that around. Now it's starting to look really nasty and gory. So now I'm using some scab blood that I made. It's my fake blood recipe just with less water and a lot of flour. That's why it's really thick and not really working with the brush. So I just use my finger. And just putting some of that everywhere, and mostly under the parts where the glue is starting to peel, you want to add it. And just like where we put that red lipstick. Don't go overboard with this, just add a little bit. I'm just adding it under where it peeled. And don't use liquid blood because it'll be too splatter like, and it's not a cut, it's more of like a burn. So you just want to keep everything like nice and clotted together because it's burnt. I'm just adding some more. Just add it till you love how it looks. I'm just using the end of my paintbrush to push some of that up into the peeling part. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you next time. Hope you guys enjoyed. Bye.